let's talk about Kajabi, the platform we will use today to do this freebie funnel. If you don't know Kajabi, what can you do inside Kajabi? Basically, you can create your own website, and we'll see inside the platform in a moment. Create landing pages. It could be an opt-in form. It could be the go-to for your socials where people can see call to actions on Instagram to where do you want to head them. It could be your website, a contact page, an about page, a sales page, a thank you page. You can create any kind of landing page with Kajabi. Can create your blog, which will help people that don't know you to find you on Google, depending on what's the context and the SEO benefits that you've been taking advantage of, like using the right keywords, the right images, and basically giving value to people that actually need, using those titles that actually ask questions based on what people need and what they're searching about online. That's actually what you can teach them and help them with. You can also create digital products, an online course, it could be a podcast, it could be coaching sessions, and a community. They purchased Vibely in 2022, and I love the communities I'm in. There's a lot of gamification, engaging with the community to participate in the leaderboard and gain prizes. So it's something very interesting that you can be doing with your customers as well. I mentioned already setting up the coaching sessions. You can host your videos, your audios, launch a podcast, all of this inside Kajabi. You can create different offers for each one of your products, process your payments. It could be through Stripe, through PayPal, or now Kajabi Payments, which allows only for the heroes in the United States for now that you can offer Apple Pay and Google Pay on your checkouts. You can do email marketing, and today we will see a little bit of email marketing when we create the email sequence for our freebie funnel. But on the next training, we will go more deep into email marketing itself. You can create funnels for, it could be an event, it could be a freebie, it could be a product launch, a book, a coaching session, an application for a program, different funnels, and we will be able to see them during Digital Success Month. We have the third training will be evergreen funnels, where you can create a funnel where people always watch a class while you sleep, and maybe you pitch an offer at the end and they purchase from you without you having to be there. You can manage your contacts, so you can see what has a specific user purchased, what emails do they open, grant them an offer if you want, send them their password change. You can, it's not like a full CRM, but you can see what's their average order value and what they have with you during their lifetime with your business. You can assess their knowledge with quizzes after they take your online course, and now they're implementing a lot of artificial intelligence for you to make things easier, have a more efficient process in the building. And our last training, we will see how we can use Kajabi's AI and ChatGPT to do your process more efficiently. Kajabi has an app, so your students can access this app to see your online courses, and they just launched a few months ago the own branded app. So this is a screenshot of my app. I haven't promoted it yet because I have to update some courses before. And but just so you know that you can also have your branded app inside Kajabi. It will be on the App Store if you want, or you could be on the Play Store for Android as well. So let's go ahead and start with list building with a lead magnet inside Kajabi. What is a lead magnet? It's basically a gift that they will gain from you. They don't have to purchase it. It's going to be free. It could be an ebook, it could be a downloadable resource, it could be a webinar, it could be a live training like this one, it could be a recorded webinar as well, a free training series, and it's gonna be the first step if you have a value ladder where they start to get to know your business. This could be a checklist, a video, a training, but it's very, very important that it has something of value for them in exchange for their name, for their email. So you're not just collecting data, you have to engage and provide value first, serve your audience, and position yourself as the expert. So why do we need to build an email list and capture their email address first? Because if they come to your website and you don't capture their email address and start building that relationship, they might leave without ever coming back. So on your website, instead of inviting people to follow me on Instagram, follow me, subscribe on YouTube, actually I want you to get their email address, and that's what you can accomplish with a lead magnet. I brought in some screenshots, for example, from Tony Robbins' website, where you can see here the first thing he invites was to a summit. So he's getting my details before I even follow him on his socials. Brandon Bouchard invites to his newsletter. Mary Forleo has a free training of productivity there. So I just wanted for you to see how some experts that already have a thriving online business, instead of inviting you to the vanity metrics of follow me on Instagram's, YouTube, subscribe, they're actually getting your email, your details to start a relationship with you. Why do we need their emails? Because here's the secret sauce. The best people to sell are those that actually just found you and need your services, your products, and are interested in you. So the branding of your lead magnets is very, very important. I'm obsessed with branding consistency. Yes, I know you don't need branding to sell, but I think it's important so that everything looks cohesive, that your brand colors, your logo, your favicon, as soon as they see something that belongs to you, they know it's you. That's what branding does. They connect with you, with your values, with your way of doing business. And it's very important for me that that lead magnet has your brand's consistency. If you can add testimonials, go ahead. And then we need the lead magnet itself. What elements are very important for us in this list building process? We need call to actions, that they know what they're going to get when they subscribe, register, download, whatever you use as a call to action. We need a landing page, and we're going to create one live here during the training. We need an opt-in form where they will give you their name, their emails. Yes, you can add for more information, ask for more information, but I want you to focus only right now on asking for less and then giving more value. We will design a thank you page. We will design the email sequence for delivery, and we will see how the automated email sequence works. Remember, as I said, when you get their emails, it's easier for you to build a relationship for them to sell them afterwards. So right now, I want you to take your notebook and first of all think, what is the ultimate outcome you want with this freebie? Is it schedule a discovery call? Is it that they fill out an application, purchase a program, an online course, join a wait list? Let's work backwards and think, what is the outcome you want before you decide on what's the freebie. So think of, what do you want them to do in the end? And now that you have an idea of that outcome, and I don't want you to think, oh, I want to sell online courses. No, I want you to be very specific. I want to sell that specific online course on keto diets, for example, or an online program on hypnotherapy. I'm just coming up with stuff. What is the outcome? And be very specific with what you really want. Now, what is the name of what you will deliver based on the outcome? So this program, this online course, what is the name? And with that, come up with the name for your lead magnet. Think about, when do you want to open this program, this online course for sale as well? If you created already, or if you didn't. If you did not, this is the main thing to do. A freebie funnel where you start creating your email list to sell to them in the future. Now let's think of, what type of lead magnets do you want to create? Do you want to do an ebook, a handout, a checklist, a video, a live training, a recorded training or webinar? What type of lead magnet do you want to create? And let's say you want to create an ebook, a checklist. It's very easy to craft your lead magnets. The way I do it, I go on Google Docs, I start writing all the text, I use artificial intelligence to assist me. AI can't do everything for you, but it will help you focus on stuff that maybe you're not taking in consideration. So yes, you build everything on Google Docs, and when you're done, you're gonna take that to Canva. Just search for a template, ebook template, and that has a lot of pages, and you're gonna use all of this to design. If you don't feel like designing it yourself, what I do is I hire someone inside Fiverr for 10, 20, $30, and they can do it for you. Um, in my case, I work in both English and Spanish because I'm from the Dominican Republic. So what I did was I hired someone on Canva and I asked them if they can give me the like the raw file of this, and yeah, they said yes. So I paid for it. They gave it to me on Canva, and then I translated this to English. I have right now lead magnets that's a start to launch kit on Kajabi, and I give them checklists on how to launch and what to do inside Kajabi. So the first thing we need in our freebie funnel is basically the opt-in page. You need to create a compelling landing page where they are gonna opt in for to receive your irresistible lead magnets. So how do we do this opt-in page? Inside Kajabi. Kajabi will give you all the templates you need. There are different templates that we will see further on. This is a screenshot, but when I'm inside the tool, you're gonna see how many different opt-in forms you have. If you are very creative, if you love to build yourself, then you can definitely create it from scratch. But I really recommend that you just use this and then change the branding to your colors, your tone of voice, and your own copy. So let's see a checklist of what you need for this opt-in page or landing page for them to register. You need a headline, a compelling and attention-grabbing headline. Maybe have a sub-headline that explains a bit more about it. You can include the 3 outcomes or benefits or results that they will receive from this lead magnet. You can address their pain points. What are the problems that you can solve? And during the training in Spanish yesterday, a lot of people asked me, how long could it be? How many pages should it have? And I said it could be only 1 page if you actually give them a problem to solve. If you solve their problem, it could be a 1 page, 5 pages, 10 pages. It depends on what you think you want to do. It should have your lead magnet name that's catchy, that's relevant, and it could have a mock-up image. So that's also something you can do in Canva. You go inside Canva, search for mock-ups, ebook mock-ups maybe, and just include the first page of yours. Then we have the opt-in form, the form fields. You can ask for any information if you want, but I'd rather prefer if you keep it simple and ask for their name and their email only. Then if you want to tag them and because you have more than one ideal client or right fit client, for example, in my case, I can work with an expert to build their Kajabi, their social media, launch their business, or I can teach to someone that wants to be a service provider and could work with me in the future. So maybe when you guys registered to these trainings, I could have asked, please click which one do you prefer? Do you want to be a service provider, or no, I'm an expert and I want to launch my business? Or I could ask, are you a starter? Are you already established with your business? Are you looking forward to launch now? To get to know you better. If my ultimate goal was to provide a service. Where will you store this data? Inside Kajabi. You don't need other tools for integration because Kajabi has everything you need from the landing page, opt-in, and email delivery. Some additional considerations: you can include your testimonials, certifications, anything that proves you are the expert that they actually need. Your call to action button, you need to define what do you want them to know to do. It depends on what's the next action. So watch now, download now, register, secure your spot, whatever you think is the prominent, clear call to action they need. Mobile responsiveness. So you have to make sure it also works on your mobile because most of the people will register from there. And the loading speed in Kajabi websites, the loading speed works well, but it's something that you have to consider. After they opt in, what's next? Designing the thank you page, crafting that delivery email, sending them the email, welcoming them. You can provide a download link. Yes, you can put this download link on the thank you page, but then maybe they never open your email. So I'd rather you include the download link inside the email so they have to go there and open that email. If you want to give them guides on how to use this, you can also do it on the delivery email. What should you include on your thank you page? Acknowledge them, confirm their action, let them know that how this resource will transform their lives. What's their next steps? If you want to take them to a Facebook group, for example, to a community, you can include that information there. You can let them know, here's the download link. Always invite them to check their spam and promotions inbox, because many times, and what I do is I always use the custom tag, so that the person, I'm like, hey, let's say it's Sandra. Hey, Sandra, please reply to this email so I'm sure that you received this. Immediately when she replies, I'm going to be in her inbox instead of spam and promotions. However, inside the thank you page, you should also remind them to check their spam, check the promotions box. You can include a video to thank them and to let them know how to use this, whatever you feel like doing. Obviously, we already mentioned the call to actions, if you're going to include a download link or invite them somewhere else, and any graphics. The thank you email as well, greetings to them, thanking them for registering to your form, downloading your link, give them the link, how they're going to use it, your branding. Like, it's a bit of the same thing on thank you page and email delivery. Just make sure that however you want this to do, it has your tone of voice, your values, the way of that people don't feel like it's ChatGPT talking to them, basically. So what are we going to do next? They receive their lead magnet email, right? But then you have to give them more value for 5 or 7 days, more value, that's something that's relevant to the lead magnet that they actually downloaded. And then you're gonna bring an offer. You have to transition from value to offer to a relevant product, a program, a service, whatever you thought when I asked you, what is your ultimate outcome? How do we work this automated nurture email sequence? So we have to obviously understand the purpose of our email sequence so that each email brings them to your ultimate outcome. How many emails do you want to send? Will it be only 3, 4, 7, or more? And there you can start working. Well, email number 1 will welcome them. We already talked about them. But email number 2 could share your expertise. How can you help them? And start bringing a call to action. Then you dive deeper. You can agitate their problems, share your success, share any feedback that you have, testimonials from other clients. And on email number 4, reinforce the benefits, create some urgency or limited time or limited spaces to be part of something so that they can take action. Ensure that all these emails have a consistent branding according to your identity, and that they're mobile friendly, and always test, because we're human. We can do it with an error, send the incorrect link, or the title could say test, maybe. Anything can happen, even to the best gurus out there. They can commit errors as well. So now let's go into the funnel building, and basically, please let me know on the chat, how are you feeling? Do you like what we're talking about now? Now we're gonna start going inside the platform and doing this inside Kajabi. So I asked someone to allow me to use her account, since she's my affiliate inside Kajabi, so that I can build all of this with you guys live. So based on what we've talked about, the first thing we should do is to build the landing page, maybe, but I'd rather work backwards. So the first thing we're going to do is an email sequence, the delivery email for this freebie. I asked her what she wanted to do, and she had this freebie inside MailChimp. So I want to help her migrate from MailChimp to Kajabi, and we're basically going to do the landing page for this audio. It's an audio that she gives them. We're going to work the thank you page and the email sequence. So I'm going inside Kajabi, and the first thing I'm going to do is go to marketing, email campaigns, and I'm going to click a new email campaign. I can send a broadcast if it were a newsletter, but I'm gonna choose email sequence because we talked about having a nurtured sequence. And here I'm gonna put lead magnets, audio lesson, for example, or just audio for now. This title, the client, your visitors will never see it. So I'm gonna click continue. And Kajabi gives me a lot of templates. Thanks for signing up. You can see which one goes according to your brand, but you can always change all the colors. So maybe choose anyone that you like based on the content it has, and then you're gonna change the colors and the copy to your own brand. So you can see here to announce an event, share a newsletter, showcase a product. I always start with simple text. That's the one we're gonna use right now, because I like, since it's the first email, to make sure that they receive this, I keep it simple. Very few text. I don't include a lot of graphics inside because I don't want to land in spam. So here you can see other templates. And I'm gonna go back here and choose this simple one. I'm gonna put here audio email sequence, just so that I know which email sequence is this one. And here I have the email sequence created, and it's asking me for the first email already. Here it says which day, and it has to be 0 so that the people immediately when they subscribe gain the freebie inside their inbox. You have to include the subject, and let me get it here because I worked on some of the content before we jumped in. And the subject here would be your guided visualization awaits. So I'm gonna click here to edit this content now, and I'll completely erase everything. So let me get my first email. I'm gonna paste this here, and I'm gonna make sure that I use this custom tag first name so that when the person receives it, they can see their name inside. So here's the information, and here you can access your audio here. In this case, the client simply uploaded to SoundCloud her audio that she wants to gift them. However, I recommended that she uploads this inside Kajabi as well. And I'll show you how to do this because we can do it on a landing page. But for now, I'll just take the link and I'm gonna add it here. There it is. So they can access it here. If I would want to change the colors, of course I can do all of that, but for now I'm not gonna focus on the branding. And now I have a call to action here, so I'm gonna put listen to it now, and I'm gonna include the link, and I have to make sure it has her brand colors. So I'm gonna go back here and I'll use a Chrome extension that I have to use this hex code that has her color. If you don't know what a hex code is, it's basically a 6-character code that makes sure tells you which color you're gonna use. And I'm gonna paste it inside Kajabi, and there. I'm gonna save this. So now we have our first delivery email. I clicked save and nothing happened. Why? Let me see. Okay, that's weird. Let me just refresh to make sure it erased everything I did. That could happen. That's why I copied everything, and I'll just make sure that now I change this again to the hex code color that I want and paste it here, and make sure this link I put it on the call to action. If you want to see how it's going to look on mobile, then you can check right here the full layout, or on tablets. So I'm going to go back, and I used a template, a very simple text template, but if you want to add other stuff like another text, images, buttons, your logo, a video, a countdown, and we're going to see how countdown and event emails work on the next training, your social icons, a divider, an announcement, 2 column text, 2 column images, and image and text as well. So you have different things that you can actually do here. If you have any questions now, remember inside the Zoom, there's a Q&A, and you can ask questions right there. since everyone is very quiet. Okay, so I'm gonna click save and I'm gonna go back. I could keep on adding emails to this sequence. However, I'm not gonna do this right now because I just want to focus today on the freebie funnel, and then on the next training we can talk more about email marketing and the sequences. But I can add more emails to this sequence. I don't have a trigger right now for this form. So I already have my email delivery. Now I can work on, since I'm working backwards, on a thank you page. So I'm gonna go to website, I'm gonna go to pages, I'm gonna go to landing and click on new landing page. And here you have different landing pages that you can use. These are sales pages, for example. Look how many sales pages that you can start changing everything with your copy, your graphics, your colors, and have your sales page ready at any moment. If you have a podcast, you can create the page for your podcast as well. If you use Linktree and you're paying Linktree and you start using Kajabi, forget about paying Linktree, because you can create your link in bio here, and you can also include your opt-in form. That's something that you didn't have on the other platforms. So you can include your opt-in form, so when you invite them to click the link on your bio on Instagram or any socials, then they can have all your call to actions that are important for you. Thank you pages here, and since that's what I'm gonna do, I'll choose one right here. And then I just want to make sure you see that there are opt-in pages as well for your freebies. Look how many different opt-in pages you can see here. Perfect. So I think this one looks a lot like her brand. It doesn't mean you have to choose one that looks like your brand. You can always change the colors and all the contents, but just for this example, I'll choose this very simple one. And I'll call it here the lead magnet audio registration page, just so I know it's the opt-in page. Ignore that issue, that's my Google Chrome, since I purchased my new MacBook, every time it's doing this. So I don't need this logo. I could delete the block or I could hide it. I just want to have the basic information. I could use all of this information here, invite them to somewhere else, invite them to socials, but I'm gonna hide all of these and just focus on the thank you page or the thank you content here. So I have my copy that I worked on. Let me see where I have here my thank you page. It's gonna say you're registered. Thank you for joining our community. Check your email. As I mentioned before, I could always have the link here for them to listen to it, but I'd rather have them go to their email and actually take the email from promotions or spam to their inbox. So since this looks very tight, I'm gonna expand my columns. All websites work in 12 columns, so here you can see it's divided by columns. If I use the 12 columns, so it's gonna broaden everything, but I'm gonna keep it simple, like at 8. Let's see how that looks. I'm gonna click save. Hope it doesn't happen like before, and I can preview this. So that's my registration page ready. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna go back. And now, since I already have my email delivery, I have my thank you page, I need the form that I'm gonna place on my opt-in page. So I'm gonna go back to marketing. I'm gonna click on funnels. Pardon me, the form. And I'm gonna create a new form. I'm gonna call it lead magnet audio form. You can use any like name for it. I put LM of lead magnets just for me to know, but you can work on it however you prefer. You have two options. You can have the double opt-in if you want, where they will first receive an email that they have to confirm before accessing this, or the single opt-in where they don't have to do this, but I'd rather you have a tick to check box inside the form that tells them that if they want to receive this immediately, they have to confirm they're subscribing to your email sequence and that they know it. So you can click on single opt-in. Let me close here. I'd rather use single opt-in so they receive it immediately, but remember to tick a checkbox that says, I confirm I'm subscribing to your email list. So here you have, well, since it's her site is in Spanish, I changed it to nombre, but it would be name right here. I have to decide where are the fields for my form. Oh, wait, I have to save every time. So single opt-in, I'm gonna click save. I'm gonna add the checkbox that I mentioned, create a new field here, and I want a checkbox. Required, I confirm, I know, well, I know I will be subscribed to your email list. Save. Now they will have to tick this checkbox. I need to save. I want to send a notification to the team so that they know. So you would add here your email. For now, I'll just place my email, and then I'll erase this for her website. I'm gonna click save again. I created a thank you page, so I have to send them to the thank you page. This one, no, did I create? Oh, I think I didn't change the name to the thank you page. Oh, I actually call, wait, because how did I call my landing page here? I think if you want to change the name and the custom domain for your registration page, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna edit the details so I know this is the thank you page and not the registration page. I got confused there when I didn't thank you page. So here it would be thank you. I'm gonna put audio because maybe I want to use thank you, and you can always change all the SEO details for this, but we can talk about that in another training. So I'm gonna go back to my form, and now I want to add that my thank you page is, what doesn't it open? That my thank you page is the one that I place as a thank you. There it is. I'm gonna click save. Now I need to do the most important step. When I create this opt-in page, if I include the form and I don't include an automation to connect to the form to the email sequence, they won't receive their email. So I'm gonna go back down to automations. When form is submitted, then subscribe to an email sequence, and it would be the lead magnet audio email sequence. Click save, save again, and now if I go back to my email campaigns, remember there was no trigger, but if I go now inside my email sequence, now I see there's a trigger. When form is submitted, then they're gonna receive that email sequence. So finally, I have to work on my opt-in page. I'm going to go back to pages. I'm going to go back to landing. You have to make sure your pages are published so people can see them. I can duplicate this one, but since it's only a thank you page, I'm gonna work from scratch on a new landing page. And let's see if we see a template for opt-ins that I actually like. Maybe we can work with this one for now that has her brand colors. And now it's the registration page. Okay, so since it's a landing page, the first thing I'm going to do is remove this menu here, all these links. Why? Because you don't need a website to sell. And when people come to a landing page, you want them to take one action. You don't want to distract them. That's the difference between a landing page or sales page and your website. Yes, your website will have, let me open my website, will have a lot of other links, take them to your blog, to your work, to anywhere you want. But say a landing page, for example, the one for where you registered to this event, can't have a menu, can't distract. You only want them to do one thing, and it's to take action on what you want. So let me go back to this landing page. I removed the menu, and now I have to include all the copy here that for this audio guide. Guided visualization to co-create your dreams. Connect with your dreams and the abundance you deserve. I can include more stuff if I want, for example, join your community and so on, or just leave it very simple like this. And I'm going to include the form. So I have to select my form here and my thank you page again. That would be this thank you page. Save. So I'm going to remove this footer, but just so you know, in Kajabi, you don't need all this powered by Kajabi and everything, because if you purchase Kajabi, it's white labeled. You can create everything with your own branding, change all of this content so it's only yours. But for now, I'm not gonna modify all of this. We can work on footers during the website design training, but now I just want to focus on this. Why can't I see my form here if I chose it already? I don't know if there's a bug today. Let's see. Save again. Okay, my thank you page again. I don't know why it's not saving my changes. I know my Chrome is acting crazy, but just be careful when things happen to you so that you don't have to do things again. Have all your copy written on a Google Doc or anywhere else. So I'm gonna hide this footer again. I'm gonna click save. Okay, again, it got erased. I don't understand why. Let me preview this. It's not saving my changes. Let me try again. Let me refresh. I'm not sure what's going on and why it's not saving right now. But as you could see, it would be basically having the opt-in form here, choosing your landing page. Let me go back and inside, because I actually wanted to register and show you that it's working live before we finished off the tech part. Let me try again. Audio form, I'm gonna click save. Let's see if now that works. Lately, I don't know what's going on with my Google Chrome. I think I'm gonna have to erase all my Chrome extensions. Okay, it definitely doesn't want to work. I don't know why. Okay. Let me see if one other form works. No, it always gets erased. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm gonna try and delete this one and see if I redesign it, it works again. So I'm gonna click new landing page. Please share on the chat if you've learned something new, if you already used Kajabi, if you didn't use Kajabi and you're learning from scratch new stuff, because that means a lot to know. I'm gonna try again and use the same landing page template. This is not normal, it shouldn't happen, it did not happen to me before, but I really want to make it work so that you can see how I can subscribe and receive the first email sequence. But it keeps on crashing. I don't know why. Okay. Let's see if yesterday I did it for her on another example, but it was in Spanish. I'm gonna open that one because it worked yesterday. Look, this was the final landing page we did. I told her I don't like the colors, but you can modify it, because since I tried to give this form box her brand color, I'm not sure which color goes with that background, and I used this dark one, but I don't really like it. If you can see, the background looks lighter. So how did I do that? If I go back inside this one, there's a background image. If I choose this full section, I have a background and there's an image, but I can choose to have a color on top of this background image. I'm going to use her brand color. I'll paste the hex code, and then I can add some opacity here. So that's how I tried to do yesterday. Instead of her color, I used white, and then I changed the form background so that it has her brand colors. I'm going to click save to see if it works now. Apparently it did. I'm going to delete this to see if maybe that helps. Let me see if it's when I hide the footer that I have a bug. Desktop, hide the footer, save. Hopefully it works. Okay, up to now we have no problem. Let me see if it's when I add the audio form. I'm gonna click save. Okay, it's definitely the form. Let me see if yesterday forms works. Okay, it's not gonna work, but now you see how you can work your brand colors and everything. I'm gonna go back to this one where we worked yesterday. I'm gonna subscribe so that you can see how it actually works. I'm gonna click submit, and that button can be personalized. So if I'm inside my form and I go down to button, I can choose download now, for example. Would be the, okay, every time it goes away, but I'm gonna go back and now you see it working. Let me check my inbox, make sure I received this so you can see it live. I haven't received it yet. Oh, let me check my spam just in case. I'm gonna wait a bit because I haven't received it yet. Okay, so now if I go back to marketing while it arrives, I'm gonna check if I go to email campaigns if actually it has been sent. As you can see here, it says 0 cents. So I'm gonna wait to see when I do receive it, and I'll let you know. This one was the one we tried yesterday, and you can see that yes, it was sent, and then at least one person clicked on the link, but that was a test funnel that we worked on. Let me show you how yesterday's email arrived because it's taking long to receive the other one. This was yesterday's email when we tried, and when people click the link, it take them to the SoundCloud that I already showed you. It was the freebie we worked on here. All right, so let me check again if now I received the email before we move on. Since I put my same email for the confirmations, I did receive now the notification that someone submitted this form, but still haven't received the email itself, which is strange. I don't know if it's related to the fact that this account is new, because usually for myself, I receive everything very fast. And let me confirm that I added the email sequence automation here. Yes, it's right there. So let me go back to the presentation just to make sure. So basically, it's all about automation. Automating all your processes using the email sequences to give them value, to offer them your product, to offer them your course, or anything that you want. Yes, there are other ways. There are other platforms. Another way to do this would be get a hosting with GoDaddy, for example, or HostGator, or anything you want. Create a website on WordPress, and you would need a template that you could purchase, for example, on ThemeForest. But then you need to get a plugin to connect to MailChimp or other platforms to create a form. You can also have more advanced platforms like Lead Pages for your landing pages, ActiveCampaign for the email marketing. But I really think this is like Frankenstein when you have to do everything with so many different tools, trying to connect them, making sure that they work or they don't work. There's an error and you don't know which platform to talk to. Important that I didn't mention, inside Kajabi, when you have issues, you can go here to help and feedback, and there's a live chat. So you always have a live chat for them to assist you, and you would authorize them to go inside your account if they have to check on what's going on. For example, what happened to me to the landing page. But now, this is the way I do things. If you pay Kajabi, you already have your hosting. It does not include your domain name. You have to purchase your domain name. And if you don't know where to purchase your domain name, inside my new YouTube account, I'm sharing some videos to help you do stuff inside Kajabi. So you can find, for example, this video that shows you where to purchase your domain and how to connect it to Kajabi. I'm going to share this link on the chat so that all of you have this link. Let me, the Zoom menu went this way, chat. I'm gonna share this just in case you haven't purchased your domain. So you connect your domain. It could be your main domain or a subdomain. For example, in the case you already have your websites on WordPress, and you're not, or Shopify or Squarespace or wherever you have it, and you're not ready to move everything inside Kajabi, you can always create a subdomain. If, for example, I'm mariataveras.com slash mariataveras.com is my main domain, and I want to have a subdomain for Kajabi, I could create one that says courses.mariataveras.com. And this is the one I would connect inside Kajabi. So now you have the landing page where people will opt in. Now you have the form and the email delivery, everything inside Kajabi, instead of connecting multiple platforms. So I hope you really learned a lot. I hope you have a lot of value today. And since I want you to take action, we have a homework that you could share before Wednesday on the Facebook group. If you guys don't have the Facebook access to the Facebook group right now, I'm gonna reshare the link to the community because it's the opportunity for me to give you feedback. So I'm sharing on the chat right now the link to the Facebook group, and try that before we have our next session on Thursday, not Wednesday, on Thursday, you can finish this, and you don't have to have the lead magnet ready, but I want you to work on your freebie funnel. Have your landing page ready, have your email sequence ready, your thank you page, and just share the link to the Facebook group. So your steps: sign into Kajabi, create the email sequence and create email 1. Remember to put that they receive this on day 0. You're going to create the form, add the automation so that they're subscribed to your email sequence, create your landing page, add the form to the landing page, test it, and then share the link. Remember, it has to be public for me to see it, and I can give you some feedback, or if you have any issues, I can jump in and help you with this. So I really hope, if you can share your experience today, how this went, if you learned something new. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I have something for all of you. If you are not using Kajabi already and you want to start using Kajabi, yes, there are other ways to do this. There are cheaper tools out there, but why complicate your life by using so many different tools when you can streamline things inside Kajabi? Kajabi only offers a 14-day free trial on their website, but today, and for all of you, I have a 45-day free trial. And not only this, but when you sign up with my link, it's an affiliate link, you will also receive my Kajabi Kickstart course. That's 8 short lessons that's gonna help you start with Kajabi and launch your business. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope you guys got a lot of value from this training, and I'll see you next Thursday if you're gonna join the training as well. Bye.